Hi everyone, welcome to the Grace Life, guys. So in this video we're going to be making a wreath, okay? And so yeah, let's jump into the project, guys. I'm going to show you what we're using, and everything I am using, guys, is down in the description box below. So at one of my visits to the Dollar Tree, guys, I found a square wreath form. I was so excited, guys. So this is the wreath form that we'll be using. Okay. Now I have some wood cutouts over here. All of them, guys. I got these from the Dollar Tree. The only thing I did was, okay, the two the shell and the seahorse. This was one of the wood cutouts that were in a package. They come in a package of 2 each. So I spray painted those in gold. Anyway, the love and this oval shape, I spray painted in black. And then from my small little cutouts, I found this little piece here that we're going to go ahead and use that in our craft. I'm just using up what I have in my stash, guys. So we'll also be using this lace burlap. You can get that at the Dollar Tree along with the shells. You can get these at the Dollar Tree also. And maybe some nautical rope, and I have some more burlap, guys. Everything I'm using, like I said, is down in the description box below. So let's jump into the video, guys. Okay, I'm going to be using this plain burlap here to start out around the wreath. Okay, so let me get started with that. I'm just starting to glue this portion down just to get started, because I'm just going to be raveling all the way around the form, okay? So we're going to continue in this motion right here. Okay, we don't want to go tight, but we want to go a little snug, is what I want to say. So we're going to do this all the way around the form, guys. Okay, so once I start to get around this corner here, okay, that last loop right before you have to hit that corner, I'll go ahead and wrap it over, okay, but from the bottom, guys, I am going to twist, okay, so the twisting will snug around that corner, and that's how I was able to get around that without having to camouflage. So let me repeat what I just said. When I came around the bend here, I placed the burlap ribbon on that corner, and then I twisted the burlap. Okay, that's how I was able to get around that corner and still continue working. See how nice that is, guys? I didn't have to do anything to the corner. I hope you guys saw that, guys. So now I'm going to turn this back around, and we're going to get started. I'll get started over here on this side, guys. And since I am going to be using the rest of it to make a bow, I'm going to go ahead and loosen the rest of it from the roll. Now I'm going to fold this over, and then put some hot glue here just to get started. Fold that over. So we don't want to use too much hot glue, because I find the hot glue when I'm using it, guys, seeps through the burlap, and then you can kind of see that, and I don't like the way that looks. So now I'm going to loop this over. Okay. Now I'm going to stretch out this way. See, I don't want to cover the lace, so I want to come all the way to the end. So now I'm going to place some glue, and we're going to lay this down. So while this is drying, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I think we should get started with the actual bow. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think those two, that length of the tail is what I want. So that's the first part I'm gonna cut off, is the tail. Okay, now I'm gonna use the rest of what's left to make the bow. Okay, I'll cut off the excess. So now what I want to do, guys, is I want to cut a little bit off of one end, come back in the middle, and then I want to cut a little bit on this end, and we're going to get some twine. What we're going to do is those two slits are going to help us to tie this portion of the bow and make it easy. Make it easy for us to make the bow, guys. So we're going to tie a knot there with that burlap. I'm going to cut off this little piece here that's left. Okay, I'm just going to place that here. Never know, guys, we don't waste, so I may use that. So what we have, this is what we have. Okay, so now what we start doing is we start pulling the loops from the middle, and you have a wire so you can manipulate the bow any way that you want. Okay, okay, now we come on this side and we fluff that out. Okay, now what I did here is I just kind of cut off in a triangle shape on both sides, just to give that a little finished look. Okay, you can decide which side you want to use. I'm probably going to use this side here. And so this way, if it shows, it just has a little point on the end. So now we're going to come over to the tail. This is the tail to This is pretty much dry. So I'm actually happy with that. I'm loving the way this looks. I'm loving the way we get around the corners, and it doesn't look messed up. It looks nice and neat all the way around, so I'm loving that. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to dovetail this ribbon. So we folded the ribbon in half, and this length of a tail is good enough for me. Now we're gonna fold it again. Okay, and then we're going to come down in that angle, and we're going to cut down to the tip. That will give you the dovetails. That's what we call a dovetail, and I think it looks beautiful. Now let me show you something else. Because the lace is on one side, if the burlap did not have this lace, then all we'd have to do is glue it. Go ahead and glue it down like this. But because we have the lace and we want the lace to be shown, you're going to have to twist the top of the top. You're going to have to twist the top of the burlap, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, like this. And if you're happy where it is, you want to glue right here. Just put a little bit of glue so it stays together. Now you have to decide now where you want that to sit. So I could either do this at the bottom. I was kind of thinking I was going to put the bow here, so I might have to go this way. And so that's what I'm going to do. That was my idea. So I'm going to take this bow, these tails just like this. I'm going to glue right here. We're going to place that bow down and push in. Guys, this is a very easy project, and it's a very beautiful project. Now I do have something I'd like to put in the center of this bow here. So isn't that absolutely beautiful, guys? I just love doing these things myself. I just love it. So that's going to be in the center of this bow right here. We're gonna lay the bow down first. Like I said, you can manipulate this bow, but you can do that afterwards. So now that the tail is already glued down, we're gonna come back over here and make sure we put plenty of glue. And then I'm going to come to the middle of that bow, and then we're going to hold that in place. Okay. So we'll just give that a second. So as I was saying, as far as these embellishments, guys, so what I do is you can even take a little piece of cardboard, guys. I'll sit down and I'll start adding the gems to it, and by the time you're done, and then filling in on top with some of the Dollar Tree beads. So the loose gems I got from Michael's and the pearls I got from Michael's, but a lot of the beads that are on the top are all the iridescent ones. I just take and fill them in, and look, by the time you're done, they actually look like a brooch. This is an all diamond one. This is a pearl bunch that I got in different shapes, and then this is one with a Dollar Tree flower. And I think they look gorgeous, guys. So I sit there and make them myself so that we can use them to embellish. So now I'm going to go ahead and I am going to glue that right here. Put plenty of hot glue, guys, so you don't want this to come apart. Okay, so while that is drying, I'm going to figure out the placement of this. Okay, so we're going to work with this bottom one here. This black one here, and I think we can find a way to use this last piece of burlap. I just like using everything, guys. It seeps through. I just want it to hold in place, and this is what we have here. So see, we didn't waste anything. I think that's really pretty, guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this. Now I did not paint this, and I purposely didn't because I wanted it to stand out. So this is in its natural wood. We're going to place that in the center of that burlap. Actually, I'm going to do it long ways. Okay. So now what we want to do with the seashell and the seahorse, I would like to put, let me get this finger off. Okay. I would like to put one of these seashells okay, that's going to need a second to dry. I would like to place one like this with the seahorse. And I'll wait until we place these before I turn around and decide where I want to scatter them. So the first thing I want to do is I need to find out the placement. I think I want to do this. I know I want to do this one like this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I know I want the love where it is. So we're going to go ahead and glue that down. So now it's just trying to find the placement to the seashells, the shell and the seahorse. Guys, this is an absolutely gorgeous looking wreath. Now I'm just going to scatter a few of these around, and I literally mean just a few. This one's going to go right in the middle. And that's pretty much it. We're not gonna over embellish. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous by itself, guys. Let me show you what we have here. I just got to pull the glue strings off, and then I just got to put the hanger in the back. So I hope I got most of it, guys. But this is an idea. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous, guys? That is absolutely beautiful. So let's turn this around real quick and put the hanger in the back. And then I'll turn that around to show you the end result. So guys, you see these containers are all filled. These recyclable containers are filled with, this is filled with some gems. That one, the Tom Ford container, guys, this is absolutely gorgeous, guys. Get a lot of compliments on that. And this was my recent DIY to give away for kids. That was absolutely an awesome recycling project there. This one is for myself because I love decorating a Nautical Decor, guys. I'm going to flip that over and show it to you. Look at this. That is absolutely gorgeous, guys. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, guys, click like, share the video, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys.